I want y'all to go back for me. Go back to your childhood. Think back to grade school. Hear the kids running down the halls, maybe you're out at recess playing around. I get the smell of chalk in my nose. Something else to think about. That one kid maybe in class, do you remember? The fat kid, if you will. Maybe you were friends with him, maybe you were just acquaintances. Maybe you avoided him at all costs. I remember that kid really, really well. It's constantly running through my mind. And that's because that fat kid was me. This was me. In June of 2007, I was 22 years old and 310 pounds. I was always a big kid, but I was always active in sports. I played lacrosse, I swam, I played water polo. I tried. I dieted. I exercised. I substituted salads every once in a while, but nothing seemed to work. I didn't have the strategy. I didn't have the rewards. And it was tough for me. It took a personal revelation for me to come to the realization I needed to change my lifestyle. Without a program in place, it took me till I was 22 to figure that out. There's got to be a better way to make it happen earlier. Childhood obesity is real. We all are aware of that. It's in this room right now.
So what do we do? How do we affect change in America's youth? How do we not just teach them, but ingrain in them a lifestyle that combines fitness and nutrition into a holistic approach? We bring you FitNet. I'm Lindsay. Along with Cameron, Tom, and Bradley, we're going to present to you today the FitNet program. Explain the FitNet brand, how the program actually works, how we're going to roll it out over the next 5 years, and finally, present some metrics and measures for success of the program.
So the FitNet brand is going to focus on the key attributes of SPP, as well as have its own brand attributes as well. Those brand attributes will be success, fun, and beneficial to mind and body. As you see here, we do have two colors, the two colors of the FitNet brand, orange and blue. And here are the attributes of those colors and why we selected those. We believe that these attributes help solidify and reinforce that brand. They help to focus it. Speaking of focus, there's a very focused vision. Just like with SPP, there's a focused vision of FitNet. And FitNet's focus is on a certain demographic. And those are children ages 6 to 13. We believe that those children at that age are the most impactful, will have the most benefit from receiving this sort of education. You also see 4 factors here. These we believe are the 4 most important factors for this type of program. Exercise and nutrition go hand in hand, we all kind of know that. But additionally, we'll be measuring breakfast as well as sleep. 2 things which lack of how studies have shown contribute to childhood obesity. So why should you care? Why should you care about FitNet? Here's the reason. You gave us a date, 2015. By 2015, this is where we're going to be. This is our revenue. This is the participation. And down here at the bottom, we have the obesity rate if FitNet was not happening. And here, by 2015, the obesity rate in areas where FitNet is taking place.
So what's different about FitNet than all of the other programs and initiatives out there aimed at reducing childhood obesity? There's a ton of them, but there's still 18 million children in America that are obese or are at risk of becoming obese. So the first key to success of the FitNet program is our communication strategy. We can't rely on one-way communication where we're talking at children. We need to communicate with children. We need to set up a one-on-one communication strategy where children can communicate with FitNet and FitNet can communicate with children. Next, we need to engage children. We can't come into schools and give them a presentation about the risks of an unhealthy lifestyle, and then by the time they go to recess, they've forgotten everything that you said. We need to keep them involved with the brand, involved with the program on a daily basis, so that it becomes ingrained in their lifestyle. It's a part of their daily life, and they're healthier kids. Next, we need to celebrate small wins. In order to gain that commitment, we need to have measures along the way that we celebrate with the kids. You did this. You made it here. These are your celebrations. Next is motivation, and the FitNet program relies on a few different modes of motivation. One is sports celebrity appeal. We're going to partner with different sports celebrities from the children's hometowns to motivate them through positive, encouraging, motivational messages. We're also going to motivate through the use of extrinsic rewards, where the kids earn points to redeem rewards. We're also going to motivate by creating a social network, where you create social pressure and competitiveness for those students that are motivated by that. And finally, we create an entire support community. We're not just relying on parents. We're not just relying on teachers. We're creating a peer network that includes everybody committed to a healthy lifestyle. So the main tenet of the FitNet program is our website. There are many features of the website, different nutritional tips, how to live a healthy lifestyle. This is the daily goals page. Students are going to log into this page and track their healthy behaviors. Every check mark they get earns them a point, and those points are then used for rewards. The rewards encourage their participation. They have to go on every day and track their activities to get their points. Rewards that we'll offer are everything from a Subway Fresh Fit meal to half-price tickets to your favorite sporting event, sports memorabilia, all the way up to a player coming to PE class with you. So in addition to encouraging participation, we're rewarding the positive, healthy behavior. We're also engaging them in a different way, adding another facet to the program that's going to keep them going and create lifelong fitness. And finally, it offers our sponsors a platform by which to activate. So the way we'll roll it out is beginning with PE teachers. We create buy-in with them, they introduce it to the students, and rather than stopping at school, they bring the information home with them. Along with their parents, they log into the website and start tracking their daily progress.
So Lindsay mentioned earlier we're going to have a social networking aspect of it. That actually is going to serve two purposes. One, research has shown that when a child or an individual espouses goals publicly, they're much more likely to maintain and hold that commitment. If you get them to write it down, it's even stronger. So what our goal is to get kids to write their goals for weight loss, for fitness. How are they going to become a better fit nut in public? That way their friends who are also fit nuts are going to hold them to that commitment. They're going to maintain, they're going to put pressure on. That also gives kids a chance to put pressure on their friends. The best part, and this is the second aspect of it, is they have a chance to find kids like them. They may not have friends in their school, they may not have other friends in other areas that are just like them, but FitNut is going to give them a chance and a place to come together and essentially commiserate and enjoy the aspects of a healthy lifestyle. The last aspect you see on there, just real quick, is the My Points. Every day, children are going to be able to log on to FitNut and track their points. Those points are going to be used as rewards with our partners in Chase Eradicate Obesity.
Thanks, Brett. Speaking of the partners, they want to wonder who those partners are. Obviously, we have some teams represented in the room. You have partners with teams in the past. And so that's a part of our key direction here we're going. We want to make sure that we partner with each of the teams in the Bay Area. Our first initial rollout, we did a SWOT analysis of the national rollout as well as the local, and shows us that we need to focus on the Bay Area first, and then over the course of several years, then roll out nationally. Try to perfect it in our home market first, and then expand. So with each of our partners, we also want to focus not just on the team, but on the players. Studies have shown that children will respond best not just to brands, but more so to people. So we want to have athletes, celebrity athletes like Pablo Sandoval of the San Francisco Giants, test well with Hispanic market as well as the black market. And Pablo Sandoval, as you know, is not your typical athlete's body, a little chunkier maybe than others. And it shows that, hey, just because he's not the typical athlete body, he can still be athletic, he can still be successful on a large scale. We'll also focus on soccer, since 19% of the community is Hispanic and the largest at-risk minority in the Bay Area, as well as representatives from each team. We want to make sure that we are getting representatives from each of these teams. The way that will work is we will partner with these teams. The teams will give us the athletes. In turn, they will also get branding on each of our media pieces. And we will have events at each of the stadiums, outside of the parking lot. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but these events will allow the different athletes of the teams team ownership, executive staff to come out and really engage one-on-one with this demographic.
Another aspect that you're probably wondering right now is where's the return on this for the teams? And based upon, as Lindsay said, we're going to be offering price reductions on coupons, though. So coupons will give you half off of the ticket. Well, a kid is not going to go to a game by himself, obviously. He's going to need someone to go with it. So he's going to cover half the ticket cost, and then there's another ticket involved with that. And there's also the other things you're going to buy at the stadium, like merchandise or food. So what we've done here is we've taken the FCI, according to Team Marketing Report, and worked it out to how much it costs kind of per ticket, as well as those ancillary items, and found that with this program in the Bay Area, you're going to roughly get over a 500% return on your investment.
So you're probably asking yourself, okay, so teams aren't given money in the first year. We'll roll that out, after the first couple of years. But teams have no financial commitment in the first year. Where's the sponsorship going to come from? Where's the money to fund this program going to come from? So it comes from corporate sponsors. And our corporate sponsors have several that you've seen before, sponsors you've worked with in the past, sponsors that are in the room, as well as additional sponsors that we see key synergies. What your brand is going to offer these partners is a way to get impressions with this key demographic. Mentions in all media, FitNet media, mentions on the website. Additionally, through the reward program we talked about, there's going to be incentives. So for Subway, we're going to have the Subway Kids Club Fit Fresh. And so after a certain number of points, you can go on, redeem it for a free Subway sandwich meal. Additionally, we have partners like 24-Hour Fitness, which we've worked with in the past. And 24-Hour Fitness has been a key partner in this. We want to make sure we continue to partner with them. And the way we're going to do that is encourage 24-Hour Fitness to develop child programs, exercise programs, and offer free memberships for children aged 6 to 13 when accompanied by a paying adult. So what these brands are getting is increased, just like the team, the parent has to come along and pay a membership. Certain additional memberships should go up with the 24-Hour Fitness brand. Dasani, encouraging kids to drink more water, less sugared soda. And then General Mills is also a new sponsor. General Mills has a track record of philanthropy, as well as a commitment to healthy eating. They do have the Que Viva Vida program, which they have rolled out to the Hispanic community, targeting specifically Hispanic moms, and trying to get them to encourage their children to eat healthy. So partnering with them will help us reach that at-risk Hispanic population as well. Google and EA, you may have seen from the website we saw earlier, this is powered by Google at the bottom. You guys probably don't have too much web savvy. We don't. So we want to make sure we partner with the best of breed. Google has a long history of philanthropy, and we want to partner with them to help them build this website, so this social network, this community, this important, vital piece of the FitNet brand will be built by Google. Additionally, in conjunction with EA Sports, partner with EA to have links to their online gaming community, as well as a co-branded game on the FitNet website that will encourage kids to come on the site daily, play a 20-minute game, and enter their information.
There'll be one more brand that we also think would really pair up well with this effort, and that is Nike. There are synergies with the target market and, of course, with the brand. And we think the best way to really do that is every kid, when they sign up, they're going to get a pair of orange shoelaces from Nike. And these orange shoelaces really harken back to our brand and what it means, the focus and the drive. We saw what those colors meant up there. And it's important to say, this isn't a Nike shoe right here. Some of these kids that we're dealing with, they aren't going to be able to afford a Nike at this point in time. But they're going to get the laces and they're going to remember that Nike brand. And that brand is going to be in their minds and in their consideration set when they go to buy their next pair of shoes.
So that's year one. We take on new corporate sponsors and we roll out FitNet in the Bay Area. In year two, we want to move down south and enter Southern California. We want to stay relatively close to home so we can leverage the efficiencies in management and administration that we've established in the first year, and also hit a major sports market. There are a ton of sports properties in the Southern California, LA, and San Diego region that we can partner with. In year three, we want to move into two more markets, Phoenix and Dallas. Again, major sports markets. And something else these three all have in common is a high population of at-risk youth. So these are markets we need to get into as soon as possible. Another benefit of these three markets is that we gain 4 NBA franchise partners. This is going to be key as we move into year 4, where we intend to partner with the NBA become the lead on all of their health and wellness initiatives and go nationwide into all MBA cities in the United States.